Hi, it's Dr. Tanya, and as we get geared up to go back to school this year, I will be celebrating my 25th year as a teacher and an educator. And in those 25 years, I've learned lots of things, lots of what to do and lots of what not to do. But the one thing that I wanted to talk to you today about was what I consider the most important thing that I've learned in my 25 years of teaching. As we're getting ready to go back, I've had lots of conversations with friends of mine that are educators. Some of them have been really positive conversations where people are very hopeful about making change and being able to just have a great impact on students this year. And then there have been some conversations that have been not as hopeful, and some people that are feeling a lot of anxiety and are already stressed about the new school year that's coming up. And so it kind of just made me reflect and think a little bit about, wow, what have I learned in these 25 years and what can I share with teachers and administrators who are going back to school? And the thing that I think resonated with me the most is that out of all the 25 years of my being in the field of education, the thing that stuck out the most was all those times that I really learned what self-care was. And I think early in my career, I didn't really have a concept of self-care. I was a workaholic. I really thought that all I should do was really dig in deep and try to figure out how I could have the biggest impact on the students in my class. But what I learned over the years was those years when I was the best, those years when I was truly in the zone and teaching my best, or in the zone as an administrator and really making great strides with the school, it was the years where I had taken out some time for self-care. It was the years when I had really learned some things about myself and what I needed to do with myself to keep myself centered, to keep myself calm and peaceful. And I could always tell that the more calm and peaceful I was as a teacher in my classroom or as an administrator walking throughout the school, then the more calm and peaceful my classroom or the school itself seemed to be. So what I learned over the years was that self-care is critical, that it's a critical component for teachers in the classroom. The more self-care practices you have as a teacher, then the better you're going to be able to teach those students. The more creative you'll be, the more productive you'll be, the better able to manage your class you will be, because you'll respond to situations differently. And it's the same thing for administrators. The more self-care practices that you have as an administrator, then the calmer you'll be when you have all the 50 crises that take place in a school year. And all the administrators out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. From the beginning of the end to the school year, there are always things that are going to come up. There are always going to be situations. There are always going to be challenging students. But it's really all about how we handle those things. And the beginning of learning how to handle those things is really learning more about yourself and how to care for yourself. So I wanted to just sort of put this out here as I move into the next 25 years in education, and as I hear people and talk to people about the teacher shortages and all of stress that teachers face. One of the things that I'm going to do with my career during this next 25-year leg is to really do a lot of focused things around teacher wellness and teacher self-care. And this video is sort of the beginning of that, is really bringing an awareness about and bringing tools and creating tools. So I'm in my office really being creative and really looking at the things that I've learned in my 25 years about how to best care for myself as an educator, so that I can sort of bring those things to you and share those things with you. So I'm putting a challenge out there to all teachers, all administrators, to make this year your year of self-care. Make this year your year that you really dig deep and figure out how to best care for yourself, because as I always say, you can't serve from an empty vessel. So learn how to fill yourself up so that then you can serve from your overflow, and you can be the absolutely best teacher that you can be and the best administrator that you can be. So again, this is Tanya Featherston. I'm starting a new blog, so you can jump over to AskDrTanya.com and check out my blog. I'll have lots of teacher wellness tips and self-care tips over there on the blog. And as I said before, make this your year of self-care.